So hello and welcome guys, this is Ashutosh, your host, and I welcome you all in this video tutorial session where today I have presented over here KVL and KCL. Okay, now today we are going to verify Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law. Okay guys, this is KCL, this is also called KCL, and this one is called KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. I have already prepared the circuit diagram simulation in this multisim software. You can see over here. So let's start. Okay, so first we will move to the PPT PowerPoint presentation. What is actually circuit? We will understand what is, you can see here a circuit. What is circuit? Okay, a circuit is a closed conducting path through which an electric current either flows or intended to flow. So that is a circuit, a combination of components, voltage source, resistors, all are connected together. That forms a circuit. Okay, as you can see over here, this is the circuit I have already drawn for you, where I have choose 100 volt here. This is the voltage source. I have selected 100. Okay, this is 100 volt. This is set. Ground is connected, and this one is first resistance. This is resistance R1, and by clicking on this you can set the value of resistance. Here we have set 10 ohm. Then we have connected an ammeter because we have to verify KCL, Kirchhoff's current law. So we have to verify the KCL. So we will need 3 multimeters that is working as an ammeter. You can see over here, this is working like ammeter. Okay, you have to choose this ammeter. There is A, it is written A, V, ohm, means A means ammeter, V means voltmeter, and ohm means ohm meter. So, and decibel meter, this is audio. Okay, audio meter, something like, and you have to choose one. Okay, out of them. So it will act like ammeter, voltmeter, or ohm meter. So there is another resistance R2 is here connected. The value 15 ohm. You can set 15 ohm. From here, this is the value of resistance. You can select or you can write. Okay, you can set. So we have set 15 ohm. Then there is next resistance R3. This is R3. This is 20 ohm value. 20 ohm. Okay, you can see over here. And this is resistance number 4, R4. And we have selected 30 ohm. Okay, so all the 4 resistances are connected like this in this circuit. And we have to verify I1 plus I2 equal to I. Okay, you know. So first, and same in the KVL circuit, you can see over here Kirchhoff's voltage law. For this circuit, for this verification of KVL, we have selected another voltage V2. This is 100 volt. Then resistance R5, R6. You can rename this resistance. Okay, you can rename from here. Label R5, it is written over here R5. You can write R1, so it will become R1. Okay, because it says it is already existed, so you can write RA, so it becomes RA. And here you can write RB. Okay, so it becomes RB. Okay, or you can keep the same name R5 or R6. Okay, R6, because it is the same page. That's why it is we have named this R5, R6, and we have connected voltmeter across this. This is voltmeter. We have selected V, and it is working like voltmeter. Then you can see this voltmeter again. This is connected across 15 ohm resistance and it will read the voltage across this resistance. Then another voltmeter. So all the three are working like voltmeter. Okay, and this will tell you the algebraic sum of voltages plus EMFs should be equal to 0. Okay, so now we will move further. So you know now KVL, there are two laws, basic laws, Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law. Another is Kirchhoff's current law. This is KCL and this one is KVL. So what is the statement of KVL? The algebraic sum of the products of currents and resistance in each of the conductors or resistors in any closed path or mesh in a network plus the algebraic sum of EMFs in that path is 0. So in other words, sigma IR inside a closed loop, okay, plus sigma EMF, the summation of IR voltage drops plus summation of EMFs should be equal to 0 in a mesh. So it should be noted that algebraic sum is the sum which takes into account the polarities of the voltage drops. So this is the KVL, and you can see what is KVL, and this is KCL, and the statement of KCL is in any electrical network the algebraic sum of the currents meeting at a point or junction is 0. So here sigma I at a node, whether current is incoming or outgoing, the summation or the algebraic sum of all the currents meeting at a point should be equal to 0. So now we can directly go to the multisim software here and we can verify whether it is right or not. Okay, again I will explain. I have drawn the circuit. This is the circuit diagram. I have connected a battery of 100 volt. The values of resistance are 10 ohm, 15 ohm and 30 ohm. These are the resistances, and this will be R7. Okay, 5, 6 and 7. So we will name it R7, and we have connected voltmeters across each resistance. So you can see, and when you run this simulation, this will tell you the value of voltage drops across this resistor. So voltage drop across this resistor is 18.182. You can see over here the voltage across 10 ohm resistance. This voltmeter shows 18.182 volt. Then click on this. This voltmeter shows the voltage drop across 15 ohm 27.273, and click on this voltmeter. This voltmeter will tell you 54.545. Now you can verify. Okay, now we have a calculator. Okay, so we have to verify whether all the summation of algebraic sum of voltages should be equal to 0. So put the value. So we will write first 18.182 plus. Okay, now add this plus second value is 27.273, then again plus third value is 54.545. so it should be 100, equal to 100, and this verifies the Kirchhoff's voltage law. You can see over here the voltage of, and here you can see the voltage of battery plus the voltage of EMF, plus the voltages of all the voltage drops, okay, should be equal to 0. So here it becomes 0, it is 100. And now we will move towards KCL. Okay, I am closing this. Okay, here I have already drawn the circuit for verification of Kirchhoff's current law. Here you can see I have selected a battery of 100 volt, then resistance 1, that is of 10 ohm, R2 is 15 ohm, R3 is 20 ohm, and R4 is of 30 ohm. And I have connected 3 ammeters in series with these resistances. So here we have to verify I equal to the current provided by this battery. I is equal to I1 plus I2. The current flowing from here in this branch, that is I, and it will be divided from here. This is a node, and that will suppose we will call I1 in this branch and second current I2 will flow in this branch. So total current I is equal to I1 plus I2. So now we will start the simulation, run the simulation. So you have the values of all the currents. So this is the current, total current flowing from here. Okay, the total current supplied by the battery is this 4.194 and it is flowing through this 10 ohm resistance, and now it will be divided from here. This is the node, it will be divided, and suppose one current will flow through this ammeter and another current will flow through this ammeter. So this ammeter is providing current 1.29, you can see over here 1.29, and one current is providing current of through this resistance 2.903. Now you can add, both should be equal. Okay, you can add, we will use the calculator. So we have calculator, and now we are adding 1.29 plus 2.903 ampere. So it is same 4.193, 4.194, it is the same current. So that's it guys. It verifies the Kirchhoff's current law because I equal to I1 plus I2. So you can verify these laws by drawing the electrical circuit for yourself. So today we are going to explore virtual labs developed by IIT Bombay. So what you have to do, just type virtual labs IIT, then it is developed by IIT Bombay virtual labs. Now these branches will be shown on the screen. Then you have to select electronics communication engineering, and inside this you will see, okay, under this lab you will see virtual electric circuit lab. So just click virtual electric circuit lab, then you will see these experiments: parallel AC circuit, parallel LC circuit, Thevenin's theorem, series RLC circuit, Norton's theorem. Then we have to, now today we are going to verify Kirchhoff's law. So click on this Kirchhoff's law. So this kind of a screen you will see appear on your screen. Then this is the theory of Kirchhoff's current law, and this is the theory of Kirchhoff's voltage law. So verification of KVL and KCL. So we are going to verify this KVL and KCL using virtual lab simulation. So now you have to click on in this simulator. Then you will see, after clicking on simulator, you will see the sign in information. So you just log in and just click your email and password. So you can log in this section. Okay, now you have to click and enable Adobe Flash Player. So if it is disabled, so you have to just enable Adobe Flash Player and allow this. Okay, then there will be DC circuit simulation section. So here you can see various components. Here you can see various components. This is visual, circuit, advanced. Okay, there are 3 sections, and down below here you can see switch, bulb, resistor, wire, ammeter, battery, voltmeter, non-contact ammeter. Okay, these are the components. By using these components you have to construct a DC circuit. So we have today taken this numerical problem. This circuit, this is a solved DC circuit problem, and this is over internet, and you can see this is the circuit. There is a battery, there is a voltage source of 20 volt, R1 100 ohm and R2 is 300 ohm. So now we will develop a circuit in this section. So what you have to do, just select, pick this, okay, pick resistance. So we have, and pick battery. So this is battery. Just pick this battery and you can rotate this battery like this. You can rotate. Also, this is the visual circuit, and when you select circuit, okay, this is the visual, and then circuit schematic, then it will appear like this. Okay, it will appear like this, DC voltage source. And view select, when you select lifelike, now it is like visual circuit. Okay, and when you select schematic, then it will appear like this. And now select two resistance. One resistance will be connected here and another resistance will be connected here, and just rotate this resistance like this. Okay, now just select wire. So this is the wire through which we are going to connect. One wire is there, then another wire, for this connection, and the another wire for here, this connection. Now what you have to do, just join these wires from here to here. Okay, join this, also join this, and you will see the brown blackish color will appear. When these will be connected, then you will see the color is changed. It means it has connected correctly. Okay, now you will see. Now you can also change this. Okay, now you will see the color of this connection, where the joint is there, where the node is there, the color is changed. So you will be sure that the circuit connection is proper. Now you have to select the value. Now battery voltage, click on battery and then just type 20 volt, 20. So battery voltage is 20. You will see here, this is the voltage of battery. Then resistance, what we have selected in our numerical, R1 is 100. This is our R1. This is R1. This is R2. R1 100 and R2 300. So R1 is 100. Put 10 extra. Then it becomes 100 ohms, and 300. Here write 300. Then it becomes 300 ohm resistance. Okay, this is 100, this is 300, and this is 20 ohm. Now you have to see you have to verify. So take non-contact ammeter first. So this is the ammeter, and it is a non-contact ammeter. So you have to just made in touch with the wire. So you will see the value of current over here, 0.05 ampere. Okay, just what you have to do, you have to made in touch. Okay, just made in touch with the wire, so it will sense the current 0.05 ampere. You can put this non-contact ammeter at anywhere, 0.05 ampere. It will show the value 0.05 ampere. You can see the value of current in this numerical. I is, what is I? You can see here 20 upon 100 plus 300, it becomes 0.05 ampere. So this is the value of current what this numerical has already calculated. In this numerical we have already calculated 0.05 ampere. So here you can see 0.05 ampere shown by the current, and you can select for finding the voltage drop. Like here you can see the voltage drop in first resistance is 5 volt. Here you can see I into R1, I 0.05 into the resistance value is 100, then it becomes 5 volt. Same as VR2, you can find out VR2 equal to IR2, then 0.05 into 300 becomes 15 volt. So just like this we have to select this voltmeter, and when you put this terminal, this electrode here and here, another is here, then you will get the value of voltage. This is the 5 volt and it is set at voltmeter as voltmeter. So this voltmeter is telling the value, this voltmeter is displaying the value 5 volt. Okay, so 5 volt is the value of voltage across resistance 1. Okay, as you can see in this numerical, the value of VR1 5 volt, and same as you can do VR2 equal to 15 volt. So just remove from here, from here this terminal, this electrode, connect here at second end and at first end connect here. So it becomes 15 volt. You can see the voltage drop is 15 volt. So it verifies, and the voltage of battery is removed from here, connect from here, remove from here and connect from here. Now you will see the 20 volt shown by the battery. So it verifies the Kirchhoff's voltage law. And according to Kirchhoff's voltage law, what is the statement? In any closed loop, the algebraic sum of all the EMFs and all the voltage drops across a circuit becomes 0, should be equal to 0. Okay, so this is the 20 volt battery and the voltage drop across R1 is 5 volt and voltage drop across R2 is 15 volt. So it becomes 0. So the algebraic sum of all the EMFs and all the voltage drop should be equal to 0, and it verifies the KVL. Okay, and this is and the ampere meter is showing 0.05 ampere. You can put at anywhere. Okay, at anywhere the value of current is. So guys, what happens, this is the non-contact ammeter and it is showing 0.05 ampere. Okay, and this was the voltmeter. So what you can do here, this is the schematic diagram. Okay, or you are seeing here, this is the schematic diagram, and you can change this as well. If you can select this lifelike, then this is the real actual circuit diagram what we see in our real lifetime. So this is the circuit appears when you select lifelike mode, and when you select schematic, then it will convert into this diagram. So you can choose, you can make this according. Okay guys, so now verify KCL. Okay, so now we have constructed over here the new circuit. This is the new circuit where this battery is of 50 volt. As you can see here, we have selected this battery. This is of 50 volt. Then there is a resistance of 100 ohm, and there are two another resistances of 50, each 50 ohm. So now we are going to verify KCL, whether what is the value of current I equal to I1 plus I2. As you know, the statement of Kirchhoff's current law is at any node or meeting point or junction, the algebraic sum of all currents meeting at point should be equal to 0. So here this is the node, and here incoming current is this I, current provided by this voltage source, and current is divided into two parts from here. From this node, one current is flowing through this resistance, 50 ohm resistance, and one current is flowing through this resistance, I1 plus I2. So I equal to I1 plus I2 should be there. Okay, or the algebraic summation of current at node should be equal to 0. So let's check by using this non-contact ammeter what is the value of current over here in this branch. So total current, you can see 0.4 ampere. You can put this ammeter at anywhere. Okay, so at anywhere means on the wire, on the circuitry. So this is the value of 0.4 ampere, and you can see now you can, so a total current is 0.4 ampere provided by this voltage source. Now check the current in this branch, 0.2 ampere, and check the current in this branch, it is also 0.2 ampere. So if you add, so total current 0.4 ampere is divided into two parts. So this verifies the KCL. So you can construct, you can draw and construct various circuits, and you can simulate same circuit in this virtual lab